Welcome to Empower Your Pattern with President James Hendrick. Member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Success, Confidence, and Thrive Coach, and Adversity Educator. He'll teach you the patterns of how to enjoy a better and extraordinary life right now, along with ways to cope with the adversities of everyday life. So if you come with us, we'll be ready. Let's fly. Yeehaw! Welcome, Pattern Realm. This is DBE 56, the day that turns your life around.
I said, how did you get here?
Over to
Powerful.
Jim Rohn.
Let me give you the day that turns your life around as quickly as I can. I got 4 parts to the day that turns your life around, and then we're finished for the day. Number 1, disgust. Let me give you the day that turns your life around as quickly as I can. I got 4 parts to the day that turns your life around, and then we're finished for the day. Number 1, disgust. Disgust. Disgust is a negative emotion, but it can have a very positive, powerful effect. Disgust says, I've had it. What an important day that could be. I've had it. Wow. I met a beautiful, powerful, accomplished executive lady in New York. The company invited me to come in. This lady was the vice president, extraordinary lady. I got to know her, and I found out her story. I said, how did you get here? Big income. And she never went to college, never went to university. I said, how did you get here? Executive, powerful, income. She said, well, let me tell you part of the scenario. She said, when I was a young mother a few years ago, she said, one day I asked my husband for $10. And he said, what for? She said, before that day was over, I decided I would never, ever ask again. She said, I started studying opportunity, found it, took the classes, put myself through the schools, did the scenario. Now I'm vice president. I make a lot of money. And she said, I kept my promise. I've never, ever had to ask again. It's called a life-changing day. The day you say, enough is enough. Now, if you can add an act to your disgust, it helps. The man takes a shotgun to his car, blows out every window, destroys every tire, puts 100 rounds in it, and says, I've driven this embarrassing thing for the last time. And then he saves it. He saves it. And later when somebody says, how did you become rich and powerful? He says, let me show you this car. One day I'd had it up to here. I blew it to smithereens. Enough is enough. Powerful. Here's the last 3. Next is decision. Decision making is a life-changing day. If you went home today and in the next few days cleaned up a list of decisions, it could furnish enough inspiration for the next 5 years, 10 years. What an inspiring day, the day you can bring yourself to decide. And here's the 3rd one, desire, wanting too bad enough. Who knows the mystery of that? We don't know. But here's something I do know. Sometimes desire waits for a trigger, waits for something to happen. Who knows what the happening may be? A song, the lyrics, a movie, the dialogue, a seminar, a sermon, a book, an experience, confrontation with an enemy, a conversation with a friend who finally levels with you. Whatever the experience it is, it's so valuable. And here's my best advice. Welcome all experiences. You never know which one is going to turn everything on. Don't put up the walls. The same wall that keeps out disappointment keeps out happiness. Take down the walls. Go for the experience. Let it teach you. And here's the last one. Resolve. Resolve says I will. Two of the most powerful words in the language. Benjamin Disraeli said, nothing can resist a human will that will stake its existence on its purpose. Shortly put, I'll do it or die. Best definition of resolve I got from a little junior high girl, Foster City, California. I'm going through some words one day. I got to this one and I asked the kids, who can tell me what resolve means? Some didn't know, some tried. Interesting. The last one was the best. Little girl about 3 rows back, she said, I think I know, Mr. Rohn. I said, what? She said, I think resolve means promising yourself you will never give up. I said, that's the best I've ever heard. She's probably giving seminars somewhere today, right? I mean, that's the best I've heard. I asked the kids, how long should a baby try to learn how to walk? How long would you give your average baby? Before you say, hey, enough's enough. No. Any mother in the world would say, you're crazy. My baby is going to keep trying what? Until. What a magic word. I want you to write it down. Until. Promise yourself you'll read the books until your skills change. You'll go to seminars until you get a handle on it. You'll listen to it until it makes sense. You'll go for it until you understand it. You'll practice it until you develop the skill. Never give up until, however long that is. Step by step, piece by piece, book by book, word by word, apple by apple. Walk around the block, walk around the block. Go for it. Don't miss the chance to grow. And resolve that you'll pay the price until you learn, change, grow, become. And then you'll discover some of life's best treasures when you pay that price.
And there you go, folks. Jim Rohn at his best. The day that turns your life around. And I must say, I'm approaching that day. I've seen that day many times. How many of you remember why I started this Designing Belief enterprise from the beginning? The burning question. Where do I belong? Sometimes you have to reach that day when your life turns around, where you say, I've had it, and form where you belong. Be in charge of your own destiny. Read or listen to the books. Go to the events. Study the words of company leaders until you get a grasp. You know, network marketing guru Darren Kidd has this slogan that says, I will until. And I know where he got that now from. Jim Rohn. Sometimes we've got to come to the point where we realize, hey, I've had it. My best efforts have not been good enough. Let's make them better. Let's work hard at making them better. Oh, but Jimmy, come on. You can't be serious, but I am. You have to reach that point where you had it and put some action, some oomph behind it. It's easy enough to just say, I've had it, and not put some action on it. How many of you, you've got that burning question inside you? Where do I belong? Where do I belong? And you think you're this close to answering it. And you lose your bearings again. Well, my friend, that's when you hit the day that turns your life around. You say, you know what? That's it. I'm fed up. I've had it. It's time to make a difference. It's time to go out there and grow and build a fortune to be all we can be. I know what's been going on in my life. For so many years, I've been accepting less than. And maybe because subconsciously, I have thought that I'm not worth any more than less than. And what you gotta do is make yourself worth more than less than. What is less than really? Less than is just really, sadly, what is it? Let's examine it for just a few moments, if you will. Less than is really just a pool to sit there and drown your sorrows in. Oh, because I'm disabled, I'm worth less than. Because I don't have a certain amount of education, I'm less than. Because I don't compete with this, because I don't compete with that, I'm less than. How about this? How about you join with me to get out of that pool of less than? And why get out of that pool? Because we're all children of God. He doesn't want us to sit there and wallow and drown in the pool of the sickness that they call less than. He wants us to reach the day that turns our life around and says, you know what? Less than goodbye. Because I'm fed up, and I will succeed. Are you catching my drift? I hope you are. Because that's what we gotta come to. Oh, but it's so easy to want to sit there in the pool of less than. Maybe because we feel comfortable. But let me tell you something. You can't stay comfortable in that little pool of less than forever. And why? Because that pool of less than can make you sick inside. Can make your heart sick. That's what's happened to me recently. Less than has made me heart sick inside. And then, I don't know what it was. Last night, I was talking to my uncle, who's the same age as I am. And he was like, Jimmy, how long are you going to sit in there? You're a child of God. You know better. You're not less than just because you have a disability, because you don't have all the advanced education of some of your friends. You're not less than. You're actually pretty amazing. But we have to say no more to less than. Get out of that thing. Like your mom said, I've had it enough. The day that's turned our life around. But we gotta decide that we've had enough. Not just sit there and wallow just because things aren't the way we pictured in life. We have to see that. Because I'll tell you something. I'm grateful for Jim Rohn. I'm grateful for the education he provides me. I'm grateful for who he is. Or who he was, rather. He's the late Jim Rohn. He passed away back in 2009, but God bless him. And God bless you for being willing to listen to this. I hope you enjoy listening. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, become a part of Pattern Realm. Until next time, don't just sit there and take it. I want you to go out there and build your dreams so you can take it. And do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. Please share this with Mamacito, Papacito, and everybody. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, choose, act, and pursue happiness. God bless you. And remember this, from the bottom of my heart, Jimmy loves you. I really, 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 really love you. God bless you, and please have a blessed day.